What's the actual bathroom situation like?
There are 4 toilets in stalls, just like in a department store or anywhere else. There's a urinal and there's like 6 sinks. So it's fine. The toilet paper was awful. I immediately bought toilet paper. Like I got some fucking Sharman right away. It is a must-have item to anyone who's about to go to prison. Get your Sharman toilet paper. So yeah, the snow guy, it turned out, was like watching my back the whole time. And anytime anybody would say anything about me, or anytime I did something I shouldn't do, he would pull me to the side and be like, hey, like one time I pissed and I didn't wash my hands. He said, hey, somebody said you didn't wash your hands. I'm like, somebody told you I didn't wash my hands when I pissed? He's like, yeah, you got to wash up, man. People take that shit seriously, because you're going to touch the microwave or you're going to touch the TV. And I'm like, I didn't even touch my dick. I was like, I just whipped it out. He's like, don't matter. They don't know. For all they know, you're washing your hands and pissing there. You got to wash your hands. And I'm like, I'll lather them bitches up like I'm about to go into the operating room from now on. If it'll keep anything bad from happening or anybody from yelling at me. So now I'm scrubbing the fuck out of my hands every day in there like I've got OCD. They're getting red. Like I'm looking around like,
all dry.
You know how red they are? I only used hot water. Just hot. Like
my skin's cracking. I'm so clean. Yeah.
They're coming out like crab legs. And I'm just like, this is just. Then I get into a shouting match with a guy one morning at the TV room because it's just me and a black guy. I get up at 4 a.m. at this point of my stay, and it's just me and this black guy, and the TVs are on the local news, like all of them are, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck what's going on in Montgomery, Alabama. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna change the white TV to Everybody Loves Raymond. I want to watch the sitcom. He goes, yo. We watch the news in the morning. And I was like, well, watch it on one of those TVs, man. There's 3 fucking TVs here. We watch the news. He's about to crack. I found out later he's been in there for 14 years and he's got 2 more. He's got 2 more. This maniac named Chico.
He's coming out soon.
He takes them unless he has a fucking conniption fit over the morning news while I'm away. Then yeah, he'll get out soon.
So Chico wanted all 4 of the TVs turned to the
various
local news.
ABC, CBS, NBC. He wanted all of the local news stations on simultaneously, so he'd know everything that was going on in downtown Birmingham that morning. He needs 3 different fucking weather reports, 3 different weather girls. And I'm just like, all right, here you go. Click, 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 click. Happy now? He goes, great. I was like, all right, fine. Won't come back. I just won't come back in the mornings and watch, because I don't want to watch the morning news. For some reason, it just seemed real depressing to like watch what was actually going on just outside the fence and down the road. Like CNN is one thing, but I just didn't give a shit what was going on.
And boring as fuck.
And boring as fuck. It was a weird fucking time. They were, but those guys thinking that I was a snitch didn't wear off until about 6 weeks ago, or about 2 weeks ago. It was when I started like making more friends. When people started realizing, like, oh, I guess he's actually just in here. I guess judges really do give people 2 months.
So there wasn't an event. They just got to know you over time, and you started to fit in.
Yeah. They trusted me with the locations of the hidden knives. I was trusted with that information. So if you want to slice up like an onion, which is contraband, by the way, we're not supposed to have onions, or if you want to make your own relish, because there isn't relish out of a pickle, I've seen people nibble those items down and into chunks. The guys but I was trusted with the sacred location of 2 of the 3 knives in the dormitory. I won't say where they were, but they're hidden in public area.
I won't say where they were.
They're hidden. What was that last word?
In like a public area, like not in anybody's cell and not in anybody's locker. They're put somewhere where nobody would get in trouble. They're hidden in a third-party location.
To anyone, right?
Exactly. And it's really rudimentary blade that you can chop up an onion or a tomato with without mushing it all up.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff that people ate in there, I couldn't get over it. First of all, let me start with this. There's a currency in prison. They're called Macs. M-A-C-S. Macs. And I didn't know what a Mac was for the longest time. And I didn't want to ask. I felt like a dummy. And then I realized it about 4 or 5 weeks in. Macs are packages of mackerel fillets.
Oh,
Ew.
I was ungodly confident it was mac and cheese. You know, the Kraft in the blue box. I was like, I can't believe Kyle didn't figure this out.
I guess if these guys are working out all the time, they need their protein, their lean meats, and so they want their max.
What it is, it's a 70-cent item in the commissary. So it's close to $1, and it's also one of the cheapest things in the commissary, and it's meat. And they all ate it. It's what they all ate. It was disgusting. I only tried it once. Like Snow would cook for me, and I ate some of it, and I was just like, this is not for me. This is fucking gross. So like they gamble with Max. They loan each other Max for like favors and any number of things. Like they bet on football games. You know, I got 15 Max that the Bills are going to cover the spread. They'll play poker with Max. You know, I'll buy in for 20 Max, and he'll have some like chips that they make out of tearing playing cards in half. Each of those is a chip. Each of those is a Mac. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't understand why these motherfuckers were eating Max, because there was tuna in there, and what I ate the whole time was chili. I found right away.
Thumbs down, Kyle.
This isn't Jackie's chili. This is prison chili. This is good chili.
Okay.
It's a company called Brushy Creek. I wrote it down because I want more of it. That's how good it was. All right. I stopped going to the cafeteria the third day I was there. Not because the food was bad. It was good. It was like high school food. Huh. It was just like high school food. They had hamburgers. They had hamburgers and hot dogs on Memorial Day. You know, they had hamburgers once a week, fried chicken once a week. They'd have baked ziti. It was pretty good. You know, Swedish meatballs one day. Breakfast was gravy and biscuits, grits, oatmeal, stuff like that. Scrambled eggs some days. Pancakes once a week. It was fine, but I didn't feel like it was good for me. So like 3 days in, whenever I start working out with Snow, I'm like, I'm going to go on a diet. So I averaged out to about 375 calories a day for the 2 months I was there. I did the math, because a bag of chili is 300 calories, and I'd eat one bag a day. But most days I would skip at least one day. I would eat today, not eat tomorrow, eat the next day. So I would eat like every other day. But one week I went 4 days without eating. And
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because you're not doing a lot. I'd run my 3 miles during in the morning, and then you're just like sitting there, like reading or watching TV or sleeping. That's all you're doing all day.
On this, so you said you were getting up at 4 a.m. Were you napping? What's the napping situation like?
Yeah. So the schedule is this: at 5:20 in the morning, the lights come on, boom, bright as fuck, fluorescent, right in my eyes, because I'm on the top bunk looking straight up, and that wakes you right up. You're up now, and at 7:30, your bed is supposed to be made. Now you can still lie in that bed, but it has to be made beneath you. So, and if you get caught still in the covers, the guard caught me one day and he went, ding, ding, ding. You need to make the bed and get over them covers, buddy. I'm like, no problem, man. I just overslept. All right, good day. And just kept moving along. You know, it's not a big deal. Mm-hmm. But that was the only time it ever happened, because it was really the only time I've ever done it. It was a fluke that he caught me. So I had a sheet, and I would cover up with the sheet to take a nap. And I had a pillow that I made by taking a sweatshirt and stuffing it full of like regular shirts. So I had a decent pillow, and I would nap a lot. I would try to sleep the day away as much as I could. Mm-hmm. Like the middle part of the day, when there was like, I'd already eaten or I'd already read for like 4 hours, and I was just, you know, I needed to just chill out, and nothing on TV, or midway through my stay, they took the televisions away during certain daily hours so that people would work their jobs. You know, I would just sleep through that. And it was,
you're trying to create the stasis they have in sci-fi, where you can wake up 2 months later.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. And I said that openly. I was like, if I can go in a coma and wake up when I get out, because this is like throwing away life. Like there's nothing to gain